is Cherokee Mobley. I am colorectal nurse navigator for the colorectal clinic at Orlando Health Youth Health Cancer Center. My job basically is to follow a colorectal patient from the time they come into that clinic and are diagnosed. I follow them through the path and help them walk the journey. So what does that entail? That entails me, first of all, meeting that patient, providing the patient with the adequate resources so that their treatment, they can reach the optimal goal with treatment. A lot of times it's collaboration with surgeons, it's collaboration with other docs in the clinic, it's collaboration sometimes with primary care physicians. It just depends on the diagnosis. For me, mine is always usually the surgeon and the radiation oncologist or the GI medical oncologist, and sometimes the GI surgeon.
Okay. Okay. So I wanted to talk to you today about the case manager position that you used to hold and the requirements of that.
Okay.
So my first question is, what was your reason for selecting that position? Like when you got your bachelor's, or were you even in it before you got your bachelor's, and then what was your reason?
Okay. So prior to me obtaining my bachelor's, I actually went to work for Vitas Healthcare as a case management person. I liked case management at that time. I did not like the population of the patient load. I didn't like hospice patients all the time.
Right.
Because there's a lot of dynamics, and I think that was one of the things that got on my nerves, just family dynamics. Family dynamics is a huge thing. You go into somebody's house, and if this person is the person that's the legal representative, then you got these sisters or these brothers, the family just split. So
it gets very ugly.
It gets very ugly.
And,
so after I got my bachelor's, and I knew the requirement at Orlando Health was a bachelor's degree, I thought, let me see if this is something I really like to do just in an inpatient hospital setting. So I went into it then.
Okay. So what are some of the educational requirements to obtain a position as a case manager?
So I think being familiar with the patients itself, and depending on what department you're in. For me, I had always been in oncology, so I went straight to surgical oncology, which was a plus for me. So I was very well-versed and very familiar, very knowledgeable on oncology patients and what it takes to get that patient through, whether it be they have some type of pancreatic cancer and then having like a Whipple procedure where part of the intestines removed. And then sometimes they have to go into have like PET tubes, tubes placed for feeding. And just doing, especially with the colostomy, for colon cancer, sometimes they have bowel resection and things can't get reconnected, so they put in a colostomy, and just learning how to do all of that. And that was actually kind of good for me. I liked it, kind of just putting the pieces together, but making sure all the documentation and the information I'll need when that patient is discharged is in the system.
Right. So, what are some of the regulatory licenses and certifications that you require, or that is required for your position? Are there any certain certifications, or how does that work?
So they do want you to get your case management certification, and there's a CCM certification for care management. So they would like for you to have that, and usually they'll give you like a year in the position to get that certification. It's like, read in your study, and then you apply to take the exam. Of course, like I said, you always have to